Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTube land. I hope and pray that all of you and yours are happy and healthy and safe and well. Right now, the time is approximately 10 p.m. and 6 minutes Eastern Time. And we're approaching the late night department, as you can tell. And the date is Friday, May 13th, 2022. Today is the only Friday the 13th of 2022, which I did not realize that there was that there were none. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, there's only the one. I did a video about Friday the 13th a little while ago. But the video. The topic for this video is an unboxing, and I have literally kept the box. So we're going to unbox this together. So the deck, actually before I talk about the deck, let me talk about the artist. The artist's name is Joe Phillips. Now, I've known about Joe Phillips for years. As a matter of fact, after I came out of the closet, and specifically after I began going to Philadelphia, well actually both, after I came out of the closet and after I'd been out of the closet for more than 10 years, and after I began going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I learned of an artist named Joe Phillips. And Joe Phillips's artwork impressed me. And I was just like, ooh, you know. And his artwork was really sensual and very exciting to me. So, I have now done the unboxing, but now I'm going to have Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, do a close-up, because I'm going to start with the unveiling. So the deck is called the Divine Diversity Tarot Deck. This is the second edition, because I didn't get the first edition, which is fine. And here we have the cover of the box. Thank you so much, Drake. I like seeing all of my head. Oh, I want to tell you, I have been... So this tarot deck is even more popular than I thought it was, or than I realized it was, because I was just like, wow. I mean, it seemed like every place that I went to had it sold out. And I'm like, this is so, like, frustrating. So I'm like, okay. So then I thought, and I actually scratched the back of the box, but you know what? That means it's really mine. So what I remembered was that Joe Phillips has his own website. So I'm like, well, if anybody would have this deck, it's certainly Joe Phillips. By the way, when I purchased the deck, there were 3 left. Actually, before I purchased the deck, there were 3 left. So I will include the link to Mr. Phillips's website, but if there are none available, just wait around until, you know, more come back. Put my scissors away before I scratch anything else. So, yeah. So I am so digging this deck, and I became immediately enraptured by it. I'm actually going to have Drake see if he can, like, because there's like, I'm sure there is a name for this kind of artwork or artistic style where it's like there's an image that's kind of like pressed upon or laid upon the other, but if it's not seen, okay, you can't see that this is not this. Okay, that's fine. All right. So I'm going to open the box. I'm going to literally unbox this again. This is how brand new this is. We have the booklet, which is not in color, but that's okay. Very basic, it seems, but that's okay. Now, I need the scissors again. Okay. And you can tell I'm really excited about this because, ooh! Okay, so first of all, when was the last time you saw this on a tarot deck? Bam! Purple gilding. A purple gilt edge. That is gorgeous. Oh my God. And yes, I wore a purple shirt because I knew that I was going to be doing an unboxing with this deck. This is intentional. This is not intentional. This is because I wanted this flavor earlier, and I have it here now. So the shirt's color, the shirt itself was intentional. That was unintentional, but okay. So and then look at this gorgeousness. I mean, this is the only other tarot deck that I have encountered where the back of the card design is so dreamy and so gorgeous and so glorious that it rivals what's on the front, in my not at all humble opinion. And I'm just like, you know? And it's, so I'm going to go through some of the cards. I'm not going to go through all of them. So this is the Magician. And make no mistake, I would love to engage in some magic with this motherfucker. What? Yes, I would. I'm very inexperienced with sex magic, but he can teach me. I'm willing to learn. Yes, indeedy. Look at this glorious, gorgeous High Priestess. And I love the fact that there is a tuxedo cat at her feet. I mean, the tuxedo cat is so cute. So cute. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, you have no doubt noticed my super cute cat alerts. Every time I see a tweet with, whether it's a photograph or a video of a super cute cat, it's like, I immediately do a quote tweet, super cute cat alert. Super cute cat is the hashtag. But I am just mesmerized by the gloriousness. And I love the traditional / non-traditional take on Boaz and Jachin, which is the B and the J, which is traditionally represented as two columns, but here it's two trees, and it almost looks like runes that they're carved in the trees. I love, love, love this. I love her walking staff. I love the fruits at her feet, which has this Empress connection. Speaking of which, we have this beautiful Empress. Look at how thick and juicy she is. She is not a skinny blonde bitch. She is like, I got a tummy. Is that a problem? Oh, it's your problem. It's not my problem. My tummy is my shit. It's part of my shit. It's my juiciness, my thick juiciness. If you got a problem with my tummy, that's your problem, not my problem. That's what she says. And her just all these roses, and they're not even part of her gown. Like in some tarot decks, the gown the Empress is wearing has roses on it. These are the roses at her feet. I love the pink and the gold shield that depicts the symbol for the astrological glyph for the planet Venus in the center of the heart. Yes, please, Drake, do a close-up of the shield. Look at how gorgeous that is, that pink and gold. I can't help but think of the Michelle Swan Graham, Swan of Dreamers on YouTube. She would love to have a pendant with that. I'll see what I can do, Michelle. I'll see if I can make it happen, Michelle. I gotta tell you, I'm normally not a fan of the Emperor, but the Emperor looks pretty chill. Like, he looks pretty cool. I'm like, I would hang out with him. I would be like, yeah, let's have a conversation about politics and strategy in the world today. I would really have that with him. And then we have the Hierophant, and there's something so majestic about him. Look at it. Look at him. He's glorious. He's glorious to me. I'm going to show you the 3 Lovers cards. The first one depicts a man and a woman. The second depicts 2 men. And the third depicts 2 women. Now, this is what's called a sexy black man alert, okay? Because, yeah. Okay, so first, the lovers with the man and the woman. If you are a white woman that never considered having sex with a black man, look what you missing, bitch! Look what you're missing! Ooh! But some of you were like, I wonder what a black man would feel like. He would feel good. That's what he'd feel. I'm being a little silly, and I acknowledge that, but I am just, make no mistake, I am just so excited about this tarot deck. I'm just mesmerized to the hilt. Now, look at them. I can hear somebody in the audience saying, bow, chicka, wow, wow. However you do it. And look at how beautiful these women are. I love the flowers. I love the red. I love this whole thing. This is a mood. This is hashtag mood. Not my mood, but it's somebody's mood in YouTube land. I don't know who, but you know who you are. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Because of Simon of the Hermit's Cave, I always show the Hermit card. And, honey, if this hermit needs company, I'm available. Yes, indeedy. And this Wheel of Fortune card, is just amazing because I almost dropped the card on the floor. I love the take on the Vitruvian Man. Vitruvian Man is probably Leonardo da Vinci's one of his most well-known artistic works, and I love the variation on that theme. And of course, in that pose, he's definitely Shiva, or at least representing Shiva, dancing to create and bring the universe into being. Just love the whole thing. Lady Justice wearing purple, and she is a woman of color. I'm just so digging this. The thing about this deck is that everybody doesn't look like everybody else. And I really dig that because, I'm not white. I have light skin, but I'm not white. I'm not blonde. I'm not slim and muscular. But I love that everybody's body in this deck is different. The Death card is probably one of the most visually appealing death cards I have ever encountered. And this is a death card where there is a lot going on. Seriously, there is a lot going on. And that's one of those cards that you could do a reading just on this one card. Talk about doing a deeper dive. And of course, it's not a coincidence that the upcoming full moon / lunar eclipse is in Scorpio, and the death card is astrologically aligned with the sun sign Scorpio. We have Temperance. And I almost forgot we have three Devil cards. We have one that depicts a man and a woman, one that depicts two men, one that depicts two women. Now, this is a little bit risque, so hopefully I will not get a copyright strike, or whatever kind of strike it is that, because this is really ooh, that's something serious going on. And this is what would be called a booby alert. I've become fond of the variation of a word. It's spelled Tiddie. It's pronounced titty. All right. Look at the star god as opposed to the star goddess. And talk about the man on the moon as opposed to the man in the moon. The vibrancy of youth on the sun card. And here is good old Anpu, also more commonly known as Anubis, who is once again haunting me, saying, I'm here to help you. I'm here to work with you, Robert. I'm here. I'm reminding you yet again. So believe me, Anpu and I need to have a reconnecting chat. And then we have the Ace of Cups. The Sacred Sisters on the Three of Cups. The Mystic Sisters, the Sacred Sisters. I love that they're all wearing the different colors that correspond to the different aspects of the great goddess. White for the maiden, red for the mother. Actually, technically it would be gold for the maiden, red for the mother, and white for the crone. Another sexy black man alert on the Five of Cups. I'm noticing the two little girls on the Six of Cups. Some of you may remember my walkthrough of Tarot for Kids, written by Teresa Reed, more commonly known as the Tarot Lady. In that tarot deck, the Six of Cups showed a boy giving another boy a cup full of flowers. Here we have the Seven of Cups, and I love that they're all gold. Gold is a fire sign color, but cups correspond to the element of water. So I love the contrast between the element of water being represented by things made of gold. The Nine of Cups depicts this big, beautiful black man who is not skinny, not muscular, but he is very beautiful, and he's very happy. And here we have the Ten of Cups depicting two men, their children, a dog and a cat. So I give extra brownie points to Joe Phillips for including the cat. Not that he needs brownie points from anybody, but you know what I mean. And then we have another sexy black man alert with the Page of Cups. I love the Knight of Cups. I'm getting this combination Hermes-Athena vibe from her. And yes, this knight looks very female. The Queen of Cups is gloriously majestic. And the King of Cups is certainly my King of the Sea. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles. I of course, being an earth sign, can already see myself loving this Ace of Pentacles big time. That rich, rich skin. Oh, just lovely. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, also known as Hubba Hubba. Hey, hey, hello. Okay, I'm going to go through, let's see, Six of Pentacles. I love that he is wearing a hat that reminds me of Robin Hood. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting from this card. The image is giving me that vibe. For those of us who love gingers, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. He's working really hard with that big old hammer. I never get to do this, so please indulge me. Oh, we have another titty alert. Nine of Pentacles. She's just letting it all hang out. She's like, I'm happy, I'm fine, I got it all. Ten of Pentacles. I love the happiness in this card. You know, there is an old expression, money cannot buy happiness. I agree with that statement. But I'm telling you, money can make happiness a little more feasible sometimes. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and this knight is absolutely male as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what exactly the Queen of Pentacles is wearing. It looks like a bazillion bracelets on each arm, but I'm just loving the whole thing. And I want to point out something, and I'm going to do that with the next card. So if you look at the top of the King of Pentacles, you see what looks like a mountain. And compare that to the Cups cards, where you see ocean waves at the top. So there's a definite, distinct symbol that's used for all of the elements. So here we have the Ace of Swords, and I kept looking at these figures' ears, and they should be fairy ears. In my mind, I'm like, why do her ears look more human than fey? That's just me, though. Because the last time I checked, I've never met a human with purple skin, or at least lavender. I love the Saint Sebastian, Saint Valentine imagery on the Three of Swords. Yeah, this Six of Swords reminds me of Charon, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's the ferryman in the Greek sacred stories or the Greek mythologies that ferries one from the land of the living to the land of the dead. I do not think I've ever seen a woman on an Eight of Swords card who is unbound. So she has set herself free. This man on the Nine of Swords is not sleeping well. I think we need to come and comfort him and help him sleep peacefully. What do you think? I must admit, this Ten of Swords is very, I find it a bit erotic, actually. And I'm not big into swords and daggers and shit, but I find it a bit erotic. And I'm not into, swords and daggers like that. I like those kinds of things in a case, in their sheaths, to be looked at, not used. Another very male Knight of Swords, or rather knight, in this case Knight of Swords. I love the look of contemplation on the Queen of Swords. And notice the airwaves at the top. So that's definitely the symbol for swords in this tarot deck. And then we have the King of Swords. Now this is a whole other kind of sexy. Like seriously sexy. That sash needs to be someplace else, preferably the floor as far as I'm concerned. And then we have the Ace of Wands. This is the first time I've seen a flaming wand. And notice the symbol of the flame at the top. So there's definitely a connection to the element of fire in this particular suit. I'm digging it. The golden hair, the golden skin, those stars, which astronomically are these beings of fire anyway, of living fire. And then we have the Three of Wands. I'm not going through every card. I wish I could, but I want to keep this as short and sweet as possible. Three of Wands has a lovely profile. Just lovely silhouette over there. I especially dig the Four of Wands imagery. There's this beautiful, cooperation and high energy and just a lot of, we're making things happen. There's a lot of togetherness in this card. Now, in my experience, virtually every Five of Wands card depicts figures mock fighting. They never looked like they were mock fighting to me. Here, in this tarot deck, the five men on the Five of Wands are playing a game. They're playing a game. They're in competition, but there's a lot of good professionalism, a lot of good sportsmanship. There's a lot of like, you know, we're having a good time, we're having fun, we're enjoying being outdoors, and I'm digging it. It's like, you know, we're not here to win, we're here to play and have fun and connect and be in community. And I'm digging the Seven of Wands. Well, it's the Six of Wands, but I would swear there's a seventh wand. Can you guess where? I find the Seven of Wands, the real Seven of Wands, intriguing because it looks like he has a snake which stretched out looks like a wand or a staff tattoo on his shoulders and arm. And I'm digging this Eight of Wands, and I would swear that for a moment I thought he had goat hooves, like he was a satyr. I love the twining of the vines on the Nine of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands, which is very Oshun, and not only is the Queen of Wands black, but so is her cat. I'm digging this whole Queen of Wands because Oshun has been on my mind a lot lately, and with the sunflowers, this goddess is very Oshun. And of course, the King of Wands. Get your oxygen ready, because he's fine. He's super fine. I am very excited about this deck, and I have a feeling that it's going to be accompanying me for the summer. I know that I'm bringing it to FlameCon, and I know that I am bringing it to Notions and Potions in beautiful Beacon, New York next month. They shuffle beautifully, by the way. And I'm definitely bringing it to the 4th annual Summer Solstice Festival with Moon, Serpent, and Bone. Well, they do shuffle beautifully. And I'm definitely going to be placing these under my pillow tonight for sure. In the box. Yeah, I'm really digging this. It feels just beautiful. In the link, in the description box, I will include the link to Joe Phillips' website, and yeah, just and if you have this tarot deck, I know some of you do, but I'm not gonna pester you. I'm gonna have you just naturally be like, yeah, Robert, I have this deck. I love this deck, and yeah, a lot of the good stuff. In fact, I know somebody on YouTube who I only found out about recently. Who I happily subscribe to him. His YouTube channel is named Tarot in the City, and I will include a link in the description box of his tarot channel, of his YouTube channel as well. I know that he has this tarot deck. I know that Simon of the Hermit's Cave has this tarot deck. I could not help but subscribe to Tarot in the City. Martin is his name, Martin with a Y, because the intro for his videos has several books of which I already own. So I was like, how can I not subscribe to this cool cat? But yeah, this shuffles beautifully. Like it feels really good for me. It feels really good to me, both physically and energetically and psychically. So yeah, I'm digging this. But anyway, YouTube, thank you so much for well, actually, before I forget, thank you to the Joe Phillips for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tarot deck. And I will reveal the card for the collective momentarily. Thank you so much for all of the beautiful and amazing artwork you have created and offered to the world over more than 10, 20, whatever number of years. I have been a fan for a very long time, and I'm so happy that I finally own a piece of your amazing art. Thank you to all of you in YouTube land for honoring who I am and what I do, and thank you for honoring Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos and everything he does. Thank you, of course, for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. Thank you, especially a big and beautiful thank you to all of you who have scheduled your sessions, and for all of you who have bought me a coffee. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week, a wonder-filled weekend, an amazingly powerful and pivotal full moon / lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and of course, stay tuned for the next video.